There are moments when you finally decide to pray, to reach out for peace, clarity, and connection with God. Yet instead of feeling uplifted, a strange heaviness takes over your body. Your eyes grow tired, your thoughts scatter, and an overwhelming exhaustion pulls you away from the very thing your soul is craving. What if this is not just coincidence or simple fatigue, but something deeper, something spiritual that many people never recognize? Today, we uncover a hidden battle that begins the very moment you try to pray, revealing why this exhaustion strikes and what it truly means for your spiritual life. The moment you decide to pray, something powerful begins to happen within you, something that goes beyond what the eyes can see. You are not just speaking words into the air. You are stepping into a sacred space where your spirit reaches for something higher. And it is right at that moment that many people feel an unexpected resistance rise within them. A sudden wave of tiredness, a wandering mind, or even a strong urge to delay the prayer can appear out of nowhere. This is not simply weakness or lack of discipline, as you might think. It is often the sign that you are doing something meaningful, something that carries weight in the spiritual realm. The very act of turning toward prayer can awaken a struggle that was already there, hidden beneath the surface of daily life. You must understand that not every battle in your life is visible or obvious. Some of the greatest struggles happen quietly, in moments when you are alone with your thoughts and intentions. When you move toward prayer, you are choosing focus over distraction, peace over chaos, and truth over noise. That choice alone can create tension within you, especially if your mind has grown used to constant movement and distraction. It may feel like your energy is draining, but in reality, you are stepping into a different kind of awareness. This awareness demands stillness, and stillness can feel uncomfortable when you are not used to it. What feels like exhaustion may actually be the friction between your old habits and your deeper purpose calling you forward. Instead of pulling away when you feel this resistance, recognize it for what it truly is. It is not a signal to stop, it is a sign to press in even more. Every time you choose to continue despite the heaviness, you are building strength within your spirit. You are training your mind to stay present and your heart to remain open. The resistance loses its power the moment you refuse to surrender to it. Over time, what once felt like a burden will begin to feel like a breakthrough. The same moment that used to bring exhaustion will become a moment of peace and clarity. And that is when you will realize that the struggle was never there to defeat you. It was there to reveal your strength. So the next time you feel that sudden tiredness, the moment you try to pray, do not step back, step deeper. When you begin to pray, you are not just changing your words, you are shifting your entire focus from the outside world to something deeper within. Your mind, which has been moving constantly through noise, tasks, and distractions, is suddenly asked to slow down and become still. This shift can feel unfamiliar and even uncomfortable at first. The body and mind are used to activity, to stimulation, to constant engagement. So when you step into prayer, it can feel like you are forcing a sudden pause. That pause can trigger a sense of heaviness, like your energy is fading. But what you are actually experiencing is the adjustment from chaos to calm, from surface level living to deeper awareness. Your mind does not always welcome this transition easily because it has been trained by habit. If your daily life is filled with constant movement, scrolling, thinking, and reacting, then stillness can feel like resistance instead of peace. The moment you close your eyes and try to focus, your thoughts may begin to wander in every direction. You may feel restless, distracted, or even sleepy. This is not because prayer is draining you, but because your mind is not yet used to being centered and present. It is like stepping into a quiet room after being in a loud crowd for hours. At first, the silence feels strange, almost unsettling, but with time that same silence becomes a place of restoration. Your body also responds to this shift in a very real way. When you slow down and become still, your body begins to release tension that you may not have even noticed before. Muscles relax, breathing changes, and your system begins to settle. This can sometimes feel like sudden fatigue, as if all your energy is leaving at once. In truth, your body is not losing energy. It is releasing what it has been holding onto. The tiredness you feel is often a sign that your body is finally letting go of stress and pressure. Instead of fearing this feeling, you can begin to see it as part of a healing process. So when you feel that wave of exhaustion as you begin to pray, do not misunderstand it. You are not becoming weaker. You are stepping into a deeper state that your mind and body are still learning to embrace. Stay there, breathe through it, and allow yourself to adjust. Over time, what once felt like heaviness will turn into peace, and what once felt like struggle will become strength. And in that quiet space, you will discover that your soul has been waiting for this moment all along. There are times when the exhaustion you feel during prayer is not coming from outside of you, but from deep within your own heart. When you finally become still, when the noise fades and you begin to focus, everything you have been carrying quietly starts to rise to the surface. The worries you ignored, the guilt you buried, the stress you pushed aside during your busy day suddenly becomes visible. Prayer creates a space where you can no longer run from these emotions. And instead of feeling peace right away, you may feel heavy, overwhelmed, and drained. This is not a failure of prayer. It is a powerful sign that something inside you is asking to be healed. Many people do not realize how much weight they carry every single day without even noticing it. You move from one responsibility to another, handling problems, meeting expectations, and suppressing emotions just to keep going. Over time, this creates a buildup inside your mind and body. When you enter prayer, you are stepping into a moment of honesty, a moment where your heart is no longer distracted. That is when everything hidden begins to come forward. It can feel like sudden exhaustion because your system is no longer in survival mode. It is finally slowing down enough to feel. And feeling after a long time of holding everything in can be very intense. Instead of turning away from prayer when this happens, understand that this moment is an opportunity. The heaviness you feel is not there to break you. It is there to be released. Every emotion that surfaces is something that no longer needs to stay trapped inside you. When you stay present in prayer, you are giving yourself permission to face what you have been avoiding. You are allowing healing to begin, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Over time, that weight will begin to lift, and the exhaustion will be replaced with a sense of freedom and peace. What once drained you will begin to restore you. So when prayer makes you feel heavy, do not walk away. Stay and let your heart be healed. As you reflect on these moments of exhaustion during prayer, begin to see them not as obstacles, but as signs that something meaningful is taking place within you. Whether it is spiritual resistance, the shift of your mind and body, or the weight of hidden burdens rising to the surface, each experience is pointing you toward growth, awareness, and deeper connection. Do not be discouraged by the struggle, because struggle often appears when you are moving in the right direction. Stay committed, stay present, and continue to show up in prayer even when it feels difficult. In those quiet moments where you choose not to give up, you are building strength, finding healing, and drawing closer to the peace your soul has been searching for all along.